I had 7 YouTube channels before this one. I started my first channel when I was 11 years old, and it was about video games. That channel exists for about 9 years already, and it's still not popular. It never got popular. It still has about 100 subscribers. And the reason why it never became popular was not because I was bad at games. Believe me, I was pretty good. Nor it was because I had nothing to say about games. The reason why it failed is because I never even recorded a proper video there. I never recorded a video with my face. I never even recorded even a single video with my voice because I hated how it sounds on recordings. At the same time, I wanted every single video on that channel to be absolutely perfect. That's why I never uploaded a lot of videos on that channel. Instead, I waited for the perfect moment. The moment when I'll have my own studio, the perfect microphone, the perfect PC, the perfect everything. That moment obviously never came. The truth is, the perfect moment to do anything never happens. There will always be something wrong, something not good enough, something not as good as you want it to be. And I always lived my life waiting for this perfect moment to do anything. Another one of those moments happened in high school, especially when I was thinking about getting a girlfriend or just talking to people in general. I didn't like a lot of things about myself when I was in high school. I didn't have a six-pack, I didn't know English that well, and I didn't know what to say to people. I really had not a lot of experience with talking to people. And all of these things were my excuses to not get a girlfriend or to not talk to people. I waited for the perfect moment when I fix all of these things I don't like about myself. Obviously that moment also never came. There are still a lot of things I don't like about myself. And in fact, that moment will never come, because there's always room for improvement. There are always things you don't like about yourself. Now, imagine that instead of waiting for the perfect moment, I actually acted and moved towards my goals. What would happen then is that I would improve the skills required to record good YouTube videos. I would actually improve my voice, I would improve my speaking, and that would actually bring me closer to the perfect conditions I was waiting for. The same thing goes for getting a girlfriend. If I just acted instead of making all those excuses, bringing up all those things I don't like about myself, I would fix those things long ago. And maybe, just maybe, I might have gotten some results. In fact, this is exactly what I ended up doing a bit later in life. All of those things can be described with one sentence. The trap of perfectionism. When you are falling for this trap, you see any action as just the means to achieve the end result of that action. For instance, I record YouTube videos and get 1 million subscribers and make money from it. Or, another example, I'm talking to people to make friends, and I'm talking to girls to get a girlfriend. But the thing here is, if you never talk to another person or never recorded a YouTube video, the chances that you will immediately get the end result are zero. They are not existent. It's impossible to make a couple YouTube videos and get 1 million subs. It's impossible to talk to a few girls and get a girlfriend. Oh, actually it is possible, but it's very, very unlikely if you never did that before. That's why what happens is that you subconsciously don't see the end result as achievable, and that prevents you from doing the action at all. In order to get out of this trap, you need to start seeing the action as a means to improve yourself. So instead of thinking, I'm making videos to get 1 million subs, you need to start thinking, I'm making videos to get better at making videos and to have fun. And when you're talking to girls, you need to stop thinking, I'm talking to girls because I want to get a girlfriend. You need to start thinking, I'm talking to girls because I want to get better at talking to girls and to have fun. And the good thing is that eventually you will achieve your end goal anyway, because with each step, with each time you repeat the action, you will get closer and closer to it. You will become better and better at the action, and that will bring you closer to the goal. But instead of obsessing over the end result, you will actually be satisfied from the action itself. It will be fun for you. And if you look at any action from this perspective, it becomes irrelevant what resources you have, what things you don't like about yourself, what you don't have or do have. It doesn't matter, because the goal of the action shifted. The goal of the action now is to have fun doing the thing itself, not to get some result from it. If instead you will continue to wait for the perfect moment, for the perfect conditions, then even after you get all these perfect conditions, you will not be able to achieve the end result you want. Like for instance, let's say you take 13-year-old me and put me in the professional studio. Do you think I would be able to record a good YouTube video? Of course not, because I still don't have the experience to do this. I would still need to record a shit ton of bad YouTube videos just to get a good one. Because even if you gave me the perfect conditions, it still would be impossible for you to give me the experience. And the experience is what's required to achieve anything. There is no amount of things that you can have that will prevent you from making mistakes if you don't have any experience. That's why experience is more important than anything that you can have, any conditions that you can have, any circumstances. Experience is the most important thing, and that's what you need to work on. Because even if you will make all those mistakes anyway, even after getting the perfect conditions, why not start earlier? Why not get all this experience earlier while you don't have the perfect resources? So that when you finally get those perfect conditions you were waiting for, you can start acting and using your experience. And you know what? Sometimes I still feel like I'm not good enough for something. But this time it does not prevent me from doing things. Because now I know that doing something is better than not doing something. Doing stuff in a not ideal way is better than not doing it at all. To upload shitty videos is better than to not upload. To have an unsuccessful small talk is better than to not have a small talk at all. To exercise ineffectively is better than to not exercise. Remember that next time you think you're not good enough. I see you in the next one. And remember, discipline is freedom.
Mwah.